Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Monday. It is 28th of October. Kartika Masa, the Damodara Masa, Krishna Paksham, and the Dwadasi Tithi. So today, breaking the fast for Ekadasi's fasting between the time 9:03 and 10:05. So that is the only event for today. Apart from that, there is no other experience. Those who have been fasting even from the water, they can break the fast with water. And whoever is fasting from fruits, they can take from the fruits. And then like a similar kind of water, fruits, and then vegetables and grains, they can get their fast like that. Okay, so that is from the event's perspective. We shall quickly move into our daily stream on Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्ण। In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami to speak about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whatever he has inquired all the questions, and Sukadeva Goswami needs to answer to Parikshit, and also he is mentioning that which I have not asked you all these things as well. Please explain to me, O Sukadeva Goswami. Likewise, Parikshit is inquiring. It is not possible for one to ask all kinds of questions. So, सर्वं एतच्च भगवन् पृच्छतो मे अनुपूर्वशः तत्त्वतो अर्हसि उदाहर्तुं प्रपन्नाय महामुनि. Because I am surrendered soul to inquire about the knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So please, though I have asked, though I have not asked, so please explain all these things to me. Likewise, Parikshit is mentioning to Sukadeva Goswami, and further, he is mentioning to the Sukadeva Goswami that so was Sukadeva Goswami, O great sage, O Bhagavan. He is mentioning to Sukadeva Goswami like a Bhagavan Mahamuni, like that. So yourself is the greatest authority, just like the Brahma. You are like a second Brahma. So many people they follow the great authorities. This is the Evam Parampara Praptam. So now you are coming in that lineage. So likewise, but in the beginning, Sukadeva Goswami said, I have taken this knowledge as it is from my father. This is all about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Likewise, Parikshit is mentioning, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 8, verse number 25. अत्र प्रमाणं हि भवान् परमेष्टि यतात्मभूः अपरे च अनुतिष्ठन्ते पूर्वेषां पूर्वदैः कृतम् अत्र प्रमाणं हि भवान् atra pramanam hi. So in this matter, pramanam, the evidential facts, pramanam, evidential facts, hi bhavan, certainly yourself. So whatever you speak, that is the with evidential facts, it is the authority. Parameshti yata atma bhuhu. Parameshti is the Brahma, the creator of the universe. Yata as like that. Atma Bhuhu, born directly from the Lord. So here Brahma is the first living entity who has born from the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and he created all the living entities. He has given the material bodies to all the living entities. So likewise, whatever Brahma speaks, it is authority. And from his lineage, like Narada Muni, Vyasadeva, and then Sukadeva Goswami. So that's why here it is Atra Pramanam Hi Bhavan Parameshti Yata Atma Bhuhu. So likewise he is mentioning. And then Aparecha Anutistanti, and so that others only just to follow the authorities. Aparecha Anutistanti. Purvesham. Purvesham is as a matter of custom. So they will follow the previous acharyas. Purvajaihi Krutam, knowledge suggested by a previous philosopher. Krutam, having been done. So once the authority establishes the knowledge, then it will be followed in the Guru Parampara. There are many people, many philosophies, many lineages, many departments of knowledge. So every department has got a disciplic succession. But out of all these things, which is directly coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is the Pramanam. So here Parikshit is mentioning, Atra Pramanam hi bhavan parameshti yatatma bhohu aparecha anutistanti purvesham purvajaihi krutam. It's a translation for this verse. O great sage, you are as good as Brahma, the original living being. Others follow custom only, as followed by the previous philosophical speculators. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read this purport, please? Asha Mataji.
It,
Yes.
it may be argued that Sukadeva Goswami is not the only authority of perfect knowledge in transcendence, because there are many other sages and their followers. Contemporary to Vyasadeva, or even prior to him, there were many other great sages, such as Gautama, Ganada, Jaimini, Kabila, and Asta, Astavaka, and all of them have presented a philosophical path by themselves. Patanjali is also one of them, and all these six great rishis have their own way of thinking, exactly like the modern philosophers and mental speculators. The difference between the six philosophical paths put forward by the renowned sages above mentioned and that of Sukadeva Goswami as presented in the Srimad Bhagavatam is that all the six sages are mentioned above speak the fact according to their own thinking. Prabhu, I couldn't see the rest. The Srimad is that all six sages mention about speak the facts according to their own thinking. But Shukadeva Goswami presents the knowledge which comes down directly from Brahmaji, who is known as Atma Bhua, or born of and educated by the Almighty personality of Godhead. Vedic transcendental knowledge descends directly from the personality of Godhead. By his mercy, Brahma, the first living being in the universe, was enlightened. And from Brahmaji, Narada was enlightened. And from Narada, Vyasa was enlightened. Sukadeva Goswami received such transcendental knowledge directly from his father, Vyasadeva. Thus, the knowledge being received from the chain of disciplic succession is perfect. One cannot be spiritual master in perfection unless and until one has received the same by disciplic succession. That is the secret of receiving transcendental knowledge. The six great sages mentioned above may be great thinkers, but their knowledge by mental speculation is not perfect. However, perfect and empiric philosopher may be in presenting a philosophical thesis. Such knowledge is never perfect because it is produced by an imperfect mind. Such great sages also have their disciplic successors, but they are not authorized because such knowledge does not come directly from the independent supreme personality of Prabhu. I couldn't see that. Supreme personality of Godhead, Narayana. No one can be independent except Narayana. Therefore, no one's knowledge can be perfect. For everyone's knowledge is dependent on the flickering mind. Mind is material, and thus knowledge presented by material speculators is never transcendental, and can never become perfect. Mundane philosophers, being imperfect in themselves, disagree with the other philosophers because a mundane philosopher is not a philosopher at all unless he presents his own theory. Intelligent persons like Maharaja Parikshit do not recognize such mental speculators, however great they may be, but hear from the authorities like Sukadeva Goswami, who is non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the Parambara system, as is specially stressed in the Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is a very beautiful purport. And here Prabhupada is, Parikshit is mentioning about the Pramanam. Pramanam hi Bhavan. That is the evidential facts. So here in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining that authority of perfect knowledge in the transcendence, because there are many other sages and their followers. If we see in India, throughout the world, many philosophers they propose and their disciples would propagate that kind of knowledge. And likewise, such kind of sages are Gautama, Kanada, Jaimini, Kapila. This Kapila is the atheistic Kapila, not Bhagavan Kapila, and Astavakra, and also Patanjali. So they have proposed, they may be materially good, but actually, this time when it comes to the transcendental knowledge, it must be coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like here, Sukadeva Goswami mentioned here when he speaks the Bhagavatam, Idam Bhagavatam Nam Puranam Brahma Samhitam Aditavan Dvaparado Pitu Dvaipayanad Aham. This knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavatam, which about the Supreme, I have received from my father, Dvaipayanad Aham, in the beginning of the Aditavan Dvaparado. So at the end of the Dwapara Yuga, I have received this knowledge from my father. And similarly, Idam Bhagavatam Nam Puranam Brahma Samhitam Brahmane Bhagat Proktam Brahma Kalpopagate. The Lord directly spoke to Brahma. And in the previous chapters of, in the 6th and 7th chapters of second canto, Brahma is mentioning to Narada Muni, Narada Muni, you take this knowledge and explain to, and Yetad Vipuli Kuru. Tvam etad vipule kuru. You explain this Bhagavatam to everyone, but in such a way that people will be attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead as it is. You need to propagate this knowledge as it is. So likewise, it is coming from Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. But here, this different philosophers, they will propose different philosophies, philosophical paths put forward by the renowned sages mentioned above and of the Sukadeva Goswami are presented in the Bhagavatam. So everyone has got a different one. So here, the six great rishis have their own way of thinking, exactly like the modern philosophers and mental speculators. So they are not the authority. But here, Sukadeva Goswami is the authority because he is directly speaking what the Lord is spoken. In the Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami mentions, Tashaddhana Muniyo Jnana Vairagdhuktaya Pasyantya Atmani Chatmanam Bhaktya Sruta Gruhitaya. Bhaktya Sruta Gruhitaya. So devotees, whatever they have heard from the great sages, that is the Pramanam. And similarly, Bhagavan Kapila also mentions to Kadama Prajapati, when Kadama Prajapati wanted to renounce this material world and go back to the forest to devote himself completely unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He mentions Maya Proktam He Lokasya Pramanam Satya Laukike. Pramanam Satya Laukike. This is the authority. If I speak, that is going to be the authority because uh, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he mentions that one. Atājani mayatubhyam yed avocham rutam muni. I am going to speak this knowledge. Yed avocham rutam muni, these facts. And I have come here because yetan me janma lokesmin mumukshunam durhasayaha prasankhyanaya tattvanam sammataya atma dharshane. This is the knowledge. Sammataya Atmadarshane Prasankyanaya Tattvanam. This is Sankhya philosophy is proposed by Bhagavan Kapila. And Kapila here, he is the atheistic Kapila. And Krishna also mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, Evam Parampara Praptum Imam Rajashyo Viduhu Sakale Namahata Yogo Nastaha Parantapa. And he also mentions Tam Imam Te Pravakshami Em Avocham Puranage. O Mother Devahuti, whatever I am going to speak, Tam Imam Pravakshami Yam Avocham Pura, it was spoken previously. Anage, O sinless mother, Devahuti. Likewise, Kapil Bhagavan mentions. So it is everything is representing. No one is saying, even when Krishna says this one, I spoke this same knowledge to Vivaswan. Imam Vivaspate Yogam Proktavana Aham Avyayam. Vivaswan Manve Praha Manut Ikshwakave Abhravit. So that is the knowledge is not changed at any point of time. Even after so many years passed, this knowledge remains the same. So this is Vedic transcendent knowledge descends directly from the personality of Godhead. By his mercy, Brahma, first living being in the universe, was enlightened, and from Brahmaji, Narada was enlightened, and from Narada, Vyasa was, and then likewise, Sukadeva Goswami, now later on, Sota Goswami, and when it is coming from disciplic succession. The secret of receiving this transcendental knowledge, we do not change or we do not alter this knowledge. And the six great sages mentioned above may be great thinkers, but their knowledge may be mental speculation, but not perfect. See, this is the mental speculation, but not perfect. And Prabhupada is explaining that unless it is from Narayana, it is not perfect. Because man has got different imperfections, make mistakes, tend to cheat, fall into illusion, and then fall into illusion, imperfect senses. Likewise, there are four defects. But whenever the Lord speaks, dharmam tu sakshat bhagat pranitam. Narayana speaks this knowledge, and Krishna speaks this knowledge. No one's knowledge can be perfect, for everyone's knowledge is dependent on the flickering mind. Mind is material. Why? Because it is the Binna Prakriti Rastadha, Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha, Ahamkariti Yeme Bhinna Prakriti Rastadha. This is separated energy of the Lord. It is a material. Mind is material. So that it will never become perfect. And then again, mundane philosophers, being imperfect themselves, disagree with other philosophers because mundane philosopher is not a philosopher at all. They are not philosopher at all unless he presents his own theory. They will take some bits and pieces and put together, and then they will, because they do not propose the new theories. Prabhupada is explaining here. They are not philosopher at all, unless he presents his own theory. Intelligent persons like Maharaj Parikshit do not recognize such mental speculators, however great they may be, but hear from the authorities like the Sukadeva Goswami, not different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Parampara system. So that's why here in this Parampara system, we receive this knowledge as it is. And also, uh, Sampradaya comes from the Guru Parampara. Sampradaya Vihinam te Mantram Nishpalam Matam. So Prabhupada mentions this one, that in the lectures, if one does not follow the Guru Parampara or Sampradaya, if they are taking some mantra from some kind of a very influencing guru or speculator or something like that, if he is not Sampradaya, which is not coming down from the Krishna, Brahma, Vyasadeva, or Rudra or Lakshmi Devi or Kumaras in that stream, in the four sampradayas, if they are taking that mantras, Nishpalam, they do not give any results. So we are in this lineage of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Parampara Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya. Okay, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. So one has to accept and recognize the sampradaya first, where this knowledge is coming from. Whether I have heard in the schools or some kind of teachers or some here and there bits and pieces, that is not the knowledge. You are bewildering. That is, Yasmin Yada Pushkarana Bhamaya Durantaya Sprushtadeha Prudukdrushyaha. So they will be bewildered just like that, because of their different desires, are still they have to go through so much of these karmic actions and reactions, and going through this karma. Other, if he is coming, if he is active, his karma needs to be nullified, or he wanted to be nullified, then he must come to the in contact with the devotees or sampradayas. One of these four sampradayas: Shri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, or Rudra Sampradaya. Okay, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So here Parikshit is mentioning Artha Pramanam hi bhavan parameshti yatatma bhoho aparecha anutistanti purvesham purojaihi krutam. So likewise, he is mentioning that you are as good as Brahma, the original living being. Others follow custom only as followed by the previous philosophical speculators. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is the letter to Shyamadasi, April 29th, 1970, Columbus. And Prabhupada is writing letter from the Los Angeles. Can I request Gaurangi Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. My dear Sama Dasi, please accept my blessing. I am in due receipt of your kind letter dated 24th April 1970, and thank you so much for the beautiful silken cloth. Nanda Kumar has placed the cloth on the wall just above the deities, and upon it is a picture of Radha Krishna. So how nicely the well silk is enhancing the picture. Yes, our new temple house is very, very nice, and the boys and girls here have renovated and decorated it gorgeously. When the temple room is completed with the new altars, thrones, etc., I will send you some pictures, and you will appreciate it how nicely Krishna has provided for his service in Los Angeles. Yes, I will be very happy to have some of your phone cap PSD capities when you come here. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Here is Prabhupada mentioned about the Samadasi. Then she sent silken cloth for I think Radha Krishna. Then Prabhupada also mentioned this is a temple house for he the devotees make renovated, then decorate. That one is a very nice temple room. Also, there they made altar also. Then when the temple house is ready, then he want to send Samadasi for pictures. Prabhuji, that's it, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Nicely explained. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So Prabhupada is mentioning, so deities, behind the deities, there is a silken cloth which is making and appearing. It is enhancing the picture very nicely. And then further, Prabhupada also encouraging them to decorate the deities very nicely, and giving an example that in Los Angeles temple they have done exactly like that, and he is going to send some pictures. So Prabhupada is mentioning about the Los Angeles temple number of times that it is so gorgeous, and also PhD chapatis. So PhD is kind of research and doing. So Shyamadasi might be new to make the chapatis. So I'll be happy to have some of your PhD chapatis. You might have research to do it, kind of thing. So appreciating that one in the service of Guru. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, today evening we have got teachings of Lord Chaitanya at 8 p.m. That is from the announcements point of view. I don't have any further updates. And now we shall move into our Damodarastakam. So today our Damodarastakam by Chandrani Mataji. So I request dear devotees, kindly turn on your video if you are doing this ghee lamps to the Damodara. Chandrani Mataji, so when you are ready.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji and Prabhuji. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatakundalam Gokule Prajamanam Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatakundalam Gokule Prajamanam Yashodhabhiyolukhaladhavamanam Yashodhabhiyolukhaladhavamanam Paramrishtamadhyantatu Gopya Rudantam Muhurenetrayukamam Mijantam Karam Bhujayukamena Shatakanitram Rudantam Muhurenetrayukamam Mijantam Karam Bhujayukamena Shatakanitram Muhushwasakam Patrire Kankakantha Tithagrivam Damodaram Bhakti-padam Muhushwasakam Patrire Kankakantha Tithagrivam Damodaram Bhakti-padam इति दृष्ट्वा श्वघोषं निभञ्जन्तमख्यापयन्तम् ईदृक्ष्वालीलाभिरनन्दन्तकुन्दी स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमख्यापयन्तम् तदीयिषितादिषु भक्तिर्चित्तत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे तदीयिषितादिषु भक्तिर्चित्तत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे परं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं पथिं वा न चन्यं विनेहं वरिषत अपीह वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं पथिं वा न चन्यं विनेहं वरिषादपीह इदं देवपुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्य विरस्तं किमन्ये इदं देवपुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्य विरसतं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखं भोजमत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोप्या इदं ते मुखं भोजमत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्य विरसतम् अलं लक्षलैभे मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्य विरस्तम् अलं लक्षलैभे नमो देवदामोदरन्नन्द विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् नमो देवदामोदरन्नन्द विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपा दृष्टिवृष्यति दीनं बतानु गृहाणि समं मग्नं नेत्याक्षिदृश्य कृपा दृष्टिवृष्यति दीनं बतानु गृहाणि समं मग्नं मेध्याक्षिदृश्य कुबेरमजोपधमृत्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मुचितो भक्तिभजो कृतो च कुबेरमजोपधमृत्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मुचितो भक्तिभजो कृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयाचा न मुक्षिग्रहो मे स्थितामोदरेयः तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयोचा न मुक्षिग्रहो मे स्थितामोदरेयः नमस्ते स्तुताम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोधरायाथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमस्ते स्तुताम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokuli Prajamanam Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokuli Prajamanam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Damodar ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yes.
Very good and translations.
Yeah. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from his swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding motor in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisance. Seeing the weeping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose body is bound not with ropes, but by his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisance. By such childhood pastimes as this is, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obedience to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding motor, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire of any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisance to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisance to your belly, which is the board of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisance to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Damodar Bhagavan ki
Jai.
jai. Shri Shwara Damodar Bhagavan ki
Jai.
Jai.
jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully sung.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity today.
So blissful, Mataji. And thank you, Jahna Kanya Mataji and Asha Mataji, for kindly showing the ghee lamp offerings to the Lord Radha Damodar and Ishwara Damodar. And Krishna is swinging on the swing. So it is very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so that is from Damodarastakam. And then, yeah, so if you're all happy, so dear devotees, if you wanted to share anything on any events or anything else on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall continue with further japa.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can I just ask one question, please?
Yes, Mataji.
You know, there was a quote that Srila Prabhupada made about deity worship and the the deities being really Radha Krishna and who can see like we have to have the vision to see them. Can anyone remember what that quote is or where I can get it from? I've read it and I've seen it, but I just need to share it with somebody. I can't find it. It might be from one of his letters.
Deity worship is the highest. It needs to be maintained highest. That is what we have seen in so many letters.
But there's just one quote he made when he was doing Arati, and he said that Radha and Krishna is actually standing there. Just like there was something specific he said about that. I just can't remember the reference point. If anyone comes across this, okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Maybe you can text us and ask the question so we can do some research.
Yeah, it's just
Haribo.
someone. Hare
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other things to share? Any updates? Okay, so in that case, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Panchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti
Vaishnavinda ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada
Prabhupada
ki
ki
Jai.
jai.
Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
conscious
Hare
everyone.
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri